Race 7 on the card is an MR97 handicap over 1,600 meters. The 7th race due off at 15:35. Warren, I know you're not supposed to find bankers in handicap races, and every time you do that, you run the risk of being disappointed, but I'm very strongly in the camp of number 1, Guru Sprite. He's a course and distance specialist. I'm looking for nothing to beat him. He's drawn in gate 1, which is not necessarily to his advantage given the fact that he likes to come from off there. What does intrigue me a little bit, though, is the late declaration of blinkers. For the first time in his career, Guru Sprite will race with blinkers. That's as per the declarations this morning. We're recording on Tuesday morning. He's never run with blinkers before, so I'm a little concerned as to the reasons why, because he looks ready to deliver his best. He's been running on the turf track in his last 3 starts. Go 4 runs back when he was last on the poly track, and he beat Duc d'Orange. I'm going very confidently with number 1, Guru Sprite. I think he's got the weight to carry, obviously. He's a feature race winner, and I think he'll handle the weight, and he's back over his favourite course and distance, and I expect him to win. The obvious danger being the other course and distance specialist, which is number 11, Caliente.
Graham, Guru Sprite is a horse that I've always followed. He's been so good to me. I never turned my back on those horses that really have been good to me. I've liked him since the day he won his maiden. Kevin Shea and I have spoken to Gavin Van Zyl at length about Guru Sprite. Yes, he's certainly going to run a cracker. There's no doubt about that. You've touched base with him. I like him a lot. I've included him in absolutely everything. I am worried about a couple of other horses, and let me tell you who they are. 6 Peaceful Day comes in with only 52.5.
That's a big threat for me.
So I respect Peaceful Day. Trip to Africa, beat Caliente last time. Caliente is 1.5 kgs better off at the weights on their last meeting. Williams Land disappointed me last time. Lovely big strapping gelding by Trippy. I think he can do better. So those are the ones that I'm a little worried about. Guru Sprite, yeah. So
I'm also worried about Duc d'Orange.
I'm not, to be quite honest with you. I haven't factored Duc d'Orange into my play, but when you dig deep and you start, you can make a case for a lot of them. You've nailed your colours to the mast, which you have to do at some point, and you could quite well be right.
It's interesting how many Trippies are in the race. Guru Sprite at Trippy, Trip to Africa at Trippy, Williams Land at Trippy. So they're really partial to the poly track, as are the Visionaires. He's the sire of Caliente, and Captain L, who's the sire of Peaceful Day, is just a wonderful sire on any surface. What about African Sunrise? I've kind of given up on him as well, but he could surprise.
Well, like you had given up on Pacific Winter in the previous race, and you know what, as I've said time and time again, we could have egg on our face. It's an opinion, and we, as I said, we enjoy eating eggs. African Sunrise, I've given up on him. A beautiful gelding, but I've burnt my fingers one too many times now.
One more that I want to mention, because there's been a little bit of anti-post nibble for him, and that's the Dennis Bosch train number 2, Born to Perform. In his penultimate start over the course and distance behind Trip to Africa, he signalled a return to form. I'll ignore his last run, which was on the turf. His course and distance form here is exemplary. He's run 3 times over 1,600 meters on the poly track for 2 wins and a third. Could he be coming back to best form?
He certainly could. He certainly could be indeed. And obviously Warren Kennedy, the love affair between Born to Perform and Warren Kennedy is good. He's not partnering him on this occasion because he obviously rides for his stable. So Lyle Hudson gets the ride. Yeah, Born to Perform is another one. On his day when he decides to run, he can go with the best of them.
Race 7, it's a handicap. It's over 1,600 meters. It's a higher level handicap at the MR97 level. Virtually every single one of these runners you can make a case for, but I'm strongly in the camp of number 1, Guru Sprite.